today and tonight, Greg?
It's great to honor a man who spoke for equality and justice. And in a league that's given voice to many communities working towards that equality.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Collins is out there at Porter. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. Outside Daniel. Back to Alexander Walker. Outside Daniel. Pass to Alexander Walker. Pocket 2 over Porter. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And here's Giannis. Here's Turner. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Johnson outside. Out to the right wing. Johnson with a screen on Green. And it's Shea missing. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Shea has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
Collins, the pass to Green. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The kick out to Porter. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Alexander Walker. Takes it inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Antetokounmpo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a shift in the front office for the Atlanta Hawks this past summer. Tim, what do you think might have led to that pivot?
Well, Atlanta has missed the playoffs for 2 straight seasons, but their young pool of talent is demonstrating they've gotten some of these right.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
That one is no good. Greg, over the last 9 seasons, the Bucks with the 2nd most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. Now, not to mention the franchise's 2nd ever title back in 21. Those are things you can never take away.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Johnson outside. Porter with the steal. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Here's Okongwu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Both free throws good from Okongwu. And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
And a wide-open look for Daniels. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Rollins. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Daniels with the bounce pass, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Daniels.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate, and the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Hawks. McCollum comes in for Dyson Daniels. The Bucks also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma comes in for A.J. Green, and Trent subbed in for Rollins. Now here's Porter. Just could not put it together in that loss to San Antonio. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. Giannis was the topic of our conversation, and Coach said after a deep breath, I mean, there's no need to exhaust yourself over how to stop Giannis. He's going to leave his mark on the floor. We just have to deploy something to mute his production a little bit. They've definitely got their hands full trying to slow one of the game's best. Back over to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Now here's McCollum. 11-point game his last outing.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
Well, you can see over the top of the defense like that, you have a huge advantage.
Here's McCollum. It's good.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action in just a minute. Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also done a really good job scoring off turnovers. Not just pressuring the ball, but cashing those in and scoring opportunities.
On the court from Milwaukee here in the second, we've got Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harris. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Anthony in at the point.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Porzingis kicks to McCollum. Pass to Kispert. And stolen by Kuzma. Now here's Anthony. Over Kispert. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Here's Krejci. Porzingis with a screen on Harris. Krejci buries the long-range jumper. Krejci's got his first 3 points of the game. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A different look from Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. A.J. Green comes in for Harris. And Rollins subbed in for Trent. Green with a screen on McCollum. Anthony kicks to Green. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
It's rebounded by Portis. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2. Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Porzingis sets the pick for McCollum. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Back to Giannis. Outside, Green. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Well, that's a great point, and you can also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Alexander Walker comes in for McCollum. Turner's checked in for Milwaukee. Kevin Porter comes in for Cole Anthony. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. There's the triple. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Guys, back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a 3-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion, but best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Turner with the screen for Giannis to the inside. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Alexander Walker passes to Daniels. Johnson with a screen on Rollins. Daniels kicks to Johnson. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Johnson can't hit.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Pass to Turner. Ricochet with the steal. Daniels from outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The 19-footer is on the money. Now it's a 6-point Milwaukee lead.
And when Giannis is hitting that midi, best of luck. He truly becomes unguardable.
1 second left, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball off the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ropes, please. And thinking about the...
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile.
And we've got the playoff. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to...
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, you're going to have to adjust the way you're defending him. He is getting whatever he wants right at the rim.
Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizichet. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Rizichet. Okongwu with a screen on Giannis. Great open look there. Alexander Walker's got 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And checking out some numbers for Jalen Johnson. The past month has been surreal. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Outside Daniel. Johnson finds Alexander Walker. Lock at 6. Johnson sets the screen for Daniel. Doesn't go for him.
Well, I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Porter passes to Turner. Swiped away. And now here comes Daniel. Leading the break. Screen. Back to Alexander Walker. Over Porter. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Porter passes to Turner. And here is Green. Pass to Giannis. They could use a bucket. Doesn't go that time.
At this point, they might need to try something different. Also, to start the half.
And he gets it to go. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Hey, get out and start moving with your mascot.
Porzingis is checked in for Johnson. The Bucks also with the sub. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pass to Porter. Turner with the screen for Porter. Here's Rollins. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Rollins got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Daniel. Outside, Porzingis finds himself wide open and drills it. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Turner's got 5 now.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
That's to Porzingis. Here's Rizichet. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Corey Kispert's checked in for Atlanta. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Green kicks to Kuzma. Portis sets the pick for Kuzma. No good on the shot. Nice D from Porzingis. Pass to Alexander Walker. No good with the triple. Bucks leading by 3. On the wing, Porter. Headed by Porzingis. From 10 feet out. Rebound by Kisper. For Atlanta, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Inside, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, that is just real miscommunication there, sending it out of bounds.
So for the Hawks, Johnson, he's checked in for Rizachet. Luke Kennard comes in for Dyson Daniels. And McCollum subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Milwaukee also making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Green. Trent comes in for Rollins. And Anthony subbed in for Porter. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum passes to Porzingis. And the shot goes in. And it's 6 points for Porzingis.
Nice read by McCollum. Such a smart player. He knows when to find others.
That one trumps for him.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it. Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Bucks on top. They lead by 3. We'll be back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Trent on the wing. He's joined by Kuzma. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. And it's Anthony in at the point. Kennard kicks to McCollum. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
McCollum against Anthony. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And they call an illegal screen here.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Turner's checked in. Okongwu with the screen from McCollum to take the lead. The Hawks again can't hit. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Bucks. They lead by 1. Here's Turner. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Bucks?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And they've taken advantage of the turnovers they've created, pushing it every chance they get. So much easier to score when you get early looks.
McCollum dishes to Johnson. Kuzma pulls it in. Bucks leading by 4. Pass to Turner. And here is Anthony. He's guarded by McCollum. On the wing, Giannis. Back to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Kennard finds McCollum. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Atlanta making some changes. Rizachet, he's checked in for Porzingis. Daniels comes in for Luke Kennard. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. The Bucks also changing it up. A.J. Green, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Rollins comes in for Gary Trent. And Porter subbed in for Anthony.
What's up?
Free throw good. Giannis. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Shot clock at 5 from deep. Green. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got 4 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 12. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Shea, guarded by Green. Now Johnson. Oh, the dunk!
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Milwaukee.
Bucks leading by 10. The steal, and now here comes Daniel, leading the break. Shea with it. Beyond the arc. Cleared away by Turner.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
When he's going, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
Jacks up a 3. A three-pointer. Good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Green. Down he goes for 3.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Giannis. 4 on the clock. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Bucks leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bucks.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
And his playmaking was a big storyline in this game. He got guys involved and found them in their favorite spots.
Porter outside. Crane from outside.
Everybody's watching Giannis when he's near the bucket. Perfect time for the kick out.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jay, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Giannis, a tremendous.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And here we can check out the story for Victor Wembanyama.
Through the last 10 games, we've seen his rebounding numbers start to slide. He's not being as aggressive on the glass. Not like he was earlier on in the season. He needs to get that fire back.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's George. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2 spot. And for San Antonio, Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. And it's Fox in at the point. And when you talk about the youth movement in the NBA, look no further than these two squads, Richard.
Well, these teams are definitely fun to watch. Young guys growing with one another and developing chemistry. It's an exciting glimpse into the future of this league.
Wembanyama with a bucket.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Here's Sensabaugh. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And Nurkic throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Wembanyama finds Fox. They swipe it. In transition, here come the Jazz. Pass to Sensabaugh. George, a screen on Castle. Right wing. Now here's George. There's the 3. No good on the shot.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Fox, that's good.
You look at Fox now compared to when he entered the league. He is so much more physical.
And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Fox outside. The 3 is up. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. All right, with this brief pause, let's take a look at the league's best passing teams. The Jazz in second.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
Fox against George. And Fox powers it home.
Even though Fox is just 6'3", he's got some pop, showing them off a little bit on that play.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. Over Fox. Rebound by San Antonio. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
And the basket by Mikhailuk.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lowry Markkanen. Nice pass.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
The 3 from Barnes. They get it again. 3-pointer, Fox. Outside Barnes. From deep 3-point range. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. The Jazz have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Castle. They now take the lead.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put in the action because you blow actions up. And then at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back to you, BA.
You love that mentality. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. So San Antonio ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
1:07 left in the first. Champagny, the pass to Harper. Right side Johnson for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Utah has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Bailey. Rebound by San Antonio.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Cornette with the bucket.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Here's Bailey. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Utah shooting their first free throw of the contest. Fox is checked in for Champagny. Utah making a switch here.
For Utah, Bailey at the line for one.
San Antonio with the ball. It's a three-point game. Here's Fox. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Fox has got 8.
Oh, what touch on that floater. Love seeing Fox rise up and finish so smooth.
Here's Collier. George outside. Misses the 3. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Utah ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to our NBA coverage on this very special MLK Day. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far.
When you look at these two teams, some very interesting talent on each roster.
You are so right, Kevin. Very young talent, but they certainly look like they are on track to be the future of our league. And I'll tell you what, they're still pretty fun to watch in real time.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Lauri Markkanen. He's out there at Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard spot.
If Fox gets cut off from inside, he has options. That mid-range is a big part of his repertoire.
And stolen by Castle. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Here's McKinley. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Screen by Nurkic. George passes to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Pass to Sensabaugh. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Vassell. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now. That's a pretty sizable contribution. Now, we know the Jazz have been up front. Before you can rebuild, Doris, you got to tear down. And that's what they've done.
And